All right, what's going on, good folks? Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, or good morning, or whatever the time frame that you are on. You know what I'm saying? As always, appreciate you being here. This is not going to be long. Not going to be long at all. So if y'all will, you got a few minutes, lend me your ears for a few minutes and listen to this update we're going to have about this dude here and this woman. All right. And if you haven't, please hit that thumbs up for me, please. When you come in now or later or whenever you come in. But if anybody can hear me, let me know that you can hear me. Okay. Let's see. Make sure my shit over here working. Okay, I can hear it on the end, so I guess the thing is working. So I can hear it. Just want to make sure y'all can hear it as well. So somebody can let me know you can hear me. I really appreciate it if you can let me know you can hear me. Then we get right into it. All right. All right. Hey, Roller Man, what's going on? Miss D's, Night Owl, what's going on, Night Owl? How you doing, dear? All right. Okay. So y'all saying y'all can hear me. All right. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Okay. All right, guys. So the time has come. You know, we did this story back in 2020 about Brian Coulter and Gloria Williams. The backstory is, Gloria had these kids and abandoned her children to go stay with Brian Coulter here, which I called him John B back in the day. But I'm gonna start calling him that because that's a disrespect to John B because that's one of my favorite singers, and I hope John B wouldn't do nothing like that. Anyway, though, Gloria left her children behind to go live with Brian. And not only did she leave them behind to stay by themselves, but they stayed in there for a whole full year while their brother Kendrick was in there dead for a whole year. Now the story has it, Brian was beating them, punking them, and everything in between. And when they did brought them food, they didn't bring them much food to eat all. They just brought like little junk food and stuff. And until the oldest one finally came out and said something, and the story got rolling. And here we are today, 4 years later. Brian has now been sentenced to life in prison. I don't know how he didn't get death, but he got life in prison for this. And I'm gonna let y'all hear this real quick. And I think I got the video where the judge is talking to him directly, and she said some things to him too. So let's get right into it, guys.
Coulter today,
and we know that she could
decades in a courtroom. That's what this little 8-year-old boy, Kendrick Lee, suffered at the hands of Brian Coulter. Today, that judge handed down the sentence. ABC 13's Courtney Fisher has been following this case every step of the way. Joins us now live from the courthouse. Courtney?
Yeah, good evening, guys. This was a trial that there was no jury, and in a capital murder case, that's pretty rare. So it was the judge who decided that Brian Coulter was guilty, and she didn't just say that he was guilty. No, she had a strong, powerful message for Brian Coulter, and while he listened, he didn't even flinch.
The court hereby finds you guilty of capital murder.
Life in prison for Brian Coulter for killing his girlfriend's 8-year-old son.
This is probably one of the most horrific set of facts that I have ever had to witness, to listen to, and to imagine.
Coulter with no reaction, as Judge Kelli Johnson said it was the worst child abuse she'd seen in her 24 years in a courtroom.
And I hope, sir, when you're in prison, I hope those same boys that have haunted my mind haunt yours.
Kendrick Lee was beaten to death, his bones discovered in October 2021 in the family's apartment when Kendrick's then 15-year-old brother called 911 saying he and his 2 siblings had been living with Kendrick's remains for nearly a year. That call played during closing arguments.
Well, my brother is dead, and he might have been dead for a while.
Oh, wow, that's true.
And for a while, how long has he been dead?
about almost a year.
The 3 surviving boys all testifying during trial. The 2 youngest said Coulter would lock them in a bedroom with Kendrick for days and saw Coulter hit, kick, stomp the 8-year-old to death. Defense arguing the state didn't prove Coulter intended to kill Kendrick.
There hasn't been one iota of testimony from any of these witnesses that what they said that my client did was of such sufficient force that it would lead to someone's death.
But the judge would not agree.
The death of Kendrick Lee was so tragic, and the fact that for so long there was no one to speak up for him, we felt like we had a duty to be his voice.
Coulter's attorneys say that they will be appealing the guilty verdict. I should also mention the mother of the boys, Gloria Williams, is also charged in connection to the case, though she is not charged with murder. She is facing trial soon, and we know that she could spend life in prison as well if convicted of those lesser charges.
The worst child.
His defense said there's no proof that he tried to kill this boy. Okay, now that's kind of mind-boggling to hear him say that. I understand he defense attorney, he doing a job to defend his client, but for what we heard that he did to him, I mean, what did he think was going to happen? I mean, seriously, what did he think was going to happen? What did he intend to do by kicking him and abusing him and doing what he did? What do you think he was intending to do? You know, well, you gonna beat him and everybody gonna have a kumbaya moment or something? I mean, seriously, you know, okay then. They just take that out the equation, say he wasn't trying to kill him. So what was his MO for doing it? Okay, you had to ask that question. What was his motive for even doing it in the first place? You know, is it because he a bitch? Which that's part of it. He a bitch. He like to prey on the defenseless. All right. He do it because the mom gave him the green light. And not only she didn't care about the children, neither did he. So he said, fuck it. Maybe she said something about that she didn't want the children, and he said, I'll help you get rid of them. Or at least that one. Because I find it odd, he got picked out the bunch to be killed. He got picked out the bunch. All right, so to defense again, he doing his job, I guess. But even if there wasn't the intent that you're claiming, I don't know how the hell you could defend this. You know, that's why I'm ignorant to the law. I don't know how this shit works. I really don't know how it works. But it is, he's entitled to a defense lawyer, and he got it. But here's my thing. Where his energy at when, like I said, the last stream, I'm sure he was talking shit while he was hitting that boy. I'm sure he was talking shit. So, bitch, why you didn't get up there and defend yourself? Why you didn't go over there and take the stand? All right? Why didn't you? I would have loved to hear what was your explanation of this. Okay? Well, of course, you probably ain't got one, so that's probably why you didn't say nothing. Okay? Now, I don't know how it is down there in Houston, Texas in the prison system. But if it's like any other prison that I heard of, you hurt children, they gonna hurt you. I heard a lot of these jail cells, when you fuck around with children, they gonna fuck you up. I'd have heard that you touch them, you abuse them, you kill them, you molest them, grape them, or however you want to put it. They say them folks in some of these jail cells will fuck you up because of that. All right? I'd have heard that. So, if you got life in prison, man, okay, the ass whooping finna start to begin, I guess. The ass whooping is going to begin. All right? If that's what they really do, you do that to kids, you know, hey, the ass whooping finna begin if you ain't already been getting it. All right? You ain't already been getting it. An 8-year-old, okay? An 8-year-old. And ladies and gentlemen, I had to ask y'all this question. If a man or woman don't show care for your children, what makes you think they're going to care about you? All right? If they showing they don't give a fuck about your children, what makes you think they give a fuck about you? I'm just saying. All right. All right? All right. So to move right along, Okay. I'm gonna play y'all to where the judge was talking to him directly. We're gonna play this real quick, and that would be it for today until something else comes up. I see you. I see you, Tina. Miss D's, what's going on? Miss Single, what's going on? Pretty chocolate girl. Oh, I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been? All right. Welcome. How many of y'all seen that video I did about that food that said they left for children alone to go on a cruise? And now what really? I mean, seriously, really? You went on a cruise, and if y'all heard the video, just get on a side note real quick. You flew to Florida, being out on a cruise, and them babies was there by themselves for almost a week, they said, and you try to come back like ain't nothing happened. And then they said, more likely she had done this before. What kind of piss poor ass mother or father you got to be to do some shit like that? Was that cruise that damn important? I never been on a cruise. Actually, I'm scared to get on one because I'm not a fan of water like that, big water like that. But I heard it's a beautiful thing, and I heard they could be fun. All right, so I just didn't get that. You didn't. So you mean to tell me you didn't have no family members or nobody who you could have to watch them babies while you took your ass down to Florida and get on a cruise? You didn't have nobody to watch them. All right. Did you burn your bridges too bad with somebody that you had to do that shit? That's crazy shit I ever heard. That's the craziest shit I ever heard. Wow, you left your trip to go on a cruise. Wow. Anyway, guys, y'all listen to this right here. Let's go come up.
All right, Mr. Coulter, please stand. All right, Mr. Coulter, after considering all the evidence in this case and the arguments from counsel, the court hereby finds you guilty of capital murder as charged in the indictment. Is there any legal reason now, sir, why the court should not pronounce sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Coulter, as legally I'm required to do by law, after having been found guilty, I hereby, having been found guilty of capital murder as charged in the indictment, I hereby sentence you to life without parole, and you shall stay in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for the remainder of your life. And with that, State, are there any victim impact statements?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Coulter, have a seat. Mr. Coulter, I've been practicing criminal law 24-ish years. I've seen everything. I thought I'd heard everything. I actually thought I'd gotten pretty good.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? Now y'all see what I be saying. Even the judge saying now we share the same sentiments. Once you think you'd have heard, you'd have seen everything, god damn, the worst is yet to come. The worst is yet to come, and yeah.
At compartmentalizing things that occur up here when I go home to my own family and my own life. But that stopped with this case. This is probably one of the most horrific set of facts that I have ever had to witness, to listen to, and to imagine. And especially as the fact finder on a capital murder, when I had to painstakingly listen, take notes, as both sides deserve, to be fair, and to go over every single one of those exhibits, along with listen to your voice, to Gloria Williams' voice, and to Jordan's voice. And sir, those children have haunted me this last week. They have haunted my mind, and they have interrupted my safe space when I leave this building. This is Child Abuse Month. I don't know if you know that. April is. how you, sir, could have done what you did to those children when you look at them in the face, children that you led to believe were your own kids. You represented their father. You told them that. You told them in such a way that the oldest child did your bidding for you. He stayed in his own bedroom, and he went in and did what you told him to do because they trusted you. They loved you maybe as a father because that's what you led them to believe, all right? And, you know, I think about what those kids went through. I think about all three of them and their injuries.
When I listen to what she said right there, and I agree with her 100%. Now, is there such thing as women looking for a man to be a stepfather? Yeah, I don't know. You know, you see profiles sometimes when you're looking at, especially like on dating sites. I would see them say stuff like, what's that shit they used to say? I am a single mom. Some to this in this gray area. I'm a single mom. I have probably about 2 kids, something like that. And I'm looking for a man to do this. I'm looking for a man with this, blah, 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 blah. I'm not looking for nobody to be their dad. And I always wonder, why would I see that in a biopic? Why would you even say that? You know, are there women out here that be looking for a dad for their children? You know, when they already have one? I don't know, ladies. Maybe y'all can hear me out, or whoever listens to this later on. Do women actually do that? Be looking for men to actually play the daddy role? Don't hit me out with that one.
I think about how you could look at each and every one of them and hit them in the face. So much so that in the end, one had to have jaw surgery. And so the courage that they had to have to testify in this case, and I hope they all 3 of them remaining will go on and live a very, very healthy, happy life. I'm also very satisfied to see that they both seem to have loving, caring people to take care of them. One family testified, I understand, on her birthday, and then as Jordan testified, I saw a whole group of people that loved him, that sat in the courtroom, watching him, being there for him, and supporting him as he sat in this witness stand and testified before you, sir. So you have been in this court since.
Deborah said for what she's seen, yes. Oh, wow. So you guys women actually be doing it? Wow. Now I had to ask the question, why? You know, I mean, oh, wow. That's interesting.
It's the very beginning, and now you will leave this court, but you will not leave my mind from what I had to hear. And I hope, sir, when you're in prison, I hope those same boys that have haunted my mind haunt yours. And so with that, this is concluded. Anything else from either side?
Judge, we respectfully, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We respectfully give notice of appeal.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Coulter, if you'll come forward to sign the judgment, sir. Okay. Anything else?
Oh, God.
All right, court's in recess.
Wow, all right. All right. So y'all heard that, and wow, you know, kind of powerful words. I still just can't believe he didn't get the death penalty. Maybe Texas don't do the death penalty. I don't know. I know I see some of y'all come in talk about that or talk about the cases. Death penalty does come up a lot, and I see y'all would say that, you know, some states don't do it. Some states will do it depending on the severity of the crime. And you would say, hey, some states, they used to do it, but they pulled back from it. You know, so I don't know how Texas is when it comes to the death penalty. But with all that shit he was doing, yeah, I believe he skated on by, you know. But hey, he got the rest of life in prison, so, you know, hey, he'll die up in there. Okay. So now we just had to move on to Gloria, right? I don't know when hers going to start, but I hope she take the stand. And I would like to hear what is her defense for allowing this to happen. And I'd like to hear her explain why was being with him so much important than being with children. That's what I want. If she got an answer to it. I know some people got an answer for everything. I think that's kind of crazy and ludicrous. But hey, if you got a defense to something, then hey, I guess all is fair in love and war. All right. Now I say yes, women will let you know they want to date and have you pay bills, but if you aren't the daddy when they get mad, they remind you of your place. Yeah, yeah. As about to claim me to dad their children, which I never said I was dad of their children. But then get mad at me, turn around and say, gonna say that her kids don't miss me. Well, here's the thing. It wasn't their job to miss me because I'm not their dad. Okay, it wasn't their job to miss me. All right, they shouldn't miss me because I'm not their dad. Anything I did for your children when I was cool with you, I did it on my own intent, on my own values and my own morals. I wasn't asking for anything in return, especially for no child. Okay? But you want to get on here and tell that dude over there, chat room, some shit. Your children don't miss me. They're not supposed to. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to miss their biological family, not me. I'm just a man that was cool with you, was your friend. And by me was being your friend, I accepted the package that came with you. All right? It was never my position to play the dad because I could never take that place regardless. Right? But that was never my position. I did what I did from the heart. All right? So, yeah, you can talk all that shit that you want to. All right? But they real daddy, that's the one supposed to be missing. Not me, man. All right? Amen. Amen. So, but yeah, so it's funny you brought that up now out because they gave me, I thought about that, when I did that response video to that dude, he had that bitch up there talking all that shit. And that's one of the things she said, talk about her miss me or something like that. No, they not supposed to, I'm not their dad. Yeah, I'm not their dad. So they're not supposed to. So they will do that. They get mad at you, you ain't their daddy no way. I'd have heard that shit before. I'd have heard that before. Not to me, not just to me, but I'd have heard women say about other dudes. You ain't their dad. But you would claim them as the dad when they doing good deeds for you and your children. So those things don't go your way. Now all of a sudden, he's not the dad. I think he already knew that in the first place. He's not the dad. And I'm pretty much sure a lot of men didn't come in to play the dad role. All right? But however, though, children are dumb, they are smart. When they see a good person, a male, and see he's stern, children will appreciate that. And sometimes it will come out their mouth and call them dad. But when they get older, they say, hey, I looked at you as my dad. All right? Me personally, I guess that's somewhat of an honor. If they looked at you like that, because they mean you treated them right when they was young. When the biological dad wasn't doing a goddamn form. So yeah. Or vice versa. Kids come up to a lady and say, hey, I looked at you as my mom. I think that's kind of a badge of honor, meaning they saw you as a good woman. You treated them well, and they respect you for that. They respect you for that. All right? All right? So, yeah. Not understanding why brain bomb men Yeah, I don't get that either. I really don't, because if you look at Brian by a book by his cover, didn't look like he had much going on in the first place. No way, you know. Didn't look like he had much going on. He didn't, but you know, sadly, the world that we live in, this is what happened. This is what happened. You know? So, wow. Hey, Lady Lolo, what's going on? But other than that, though, you know, that's it, guys. So Brian is down. You got one down, and you got one more to go. And we just have to see when Gloria trial starts, and can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. But if you haven't checked out the video about the young lady who left her children behind for the cruise, go check that out, because she's an idiot. Right? She's 29 years old, gonna be 30 years old. And apparently she wasn't ready to be a mom. Or she was at one point in time, but she just said fuck her children. Okay? So, yeah, you gotta say fuck your children doing it. Then gonna say she left the phone there with a camera so she can speak to them while she on the cruise. So you mean to tell me nobody there to feed them, nobody there to change no diapers, nobody made sure they got a bath, nobody made sure they got a good hot meal instead of eating junk food all damn day. You didn't leave nobody there to do that. But your punk ass goes on a cruise, you getting fed, you eating, probably drinking, bathing, swimming, some of everything, while them kids at home suffering, not a grown adult sight. And people do this thinking this shit is cool, right? And I believe what the neighbor said. They say they believe it's not the first time she did it. I don't think it's the first time she did it either, because if you comfortable with doing something like that, you'd have done it before. It's just like somebody who steal. Somebody steal, that's probably not the first time they done it. All right? It's probably not the first time they done it. They have done it before. They done it before. All right? And they get a thrill off of it until they get caught. All right? Then you get the story, I don't steal nothing for nobody. It's my first time doing it. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just your first time getting caught. That's your first time getting caught. All right? That's your first time getting caught. That's all it is. All right? So don't believe the hype with somebody tell you, I ain't done it before. It's my first time doing it. Nah. Just your first time getting. Anyway, guys, love y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.